Today, we're going to tackle a question that is becoming, well, more and more critical every single day. What actually happens to our digital lives, all our online stuff, when we're not around to manage them anymore? Let's dive into a new way to protect your digital legacy.
So let's just start with a really direct question. I want you to think about this for a second. If something unexpected happened to you, right now, today, could your loved ones get into the critical accounts they would absolutely need to manage everything? I think for most of us, if we're being honest, the answer is probably no.
And look, we're not just talking about social media here. We're talking about the really important stuff. Bank accounts, insurance policies, medical records, legal documents, you name it. Our entire lives are locked behind passwords. And without a solid plan, all of that critical information could just, poof, vanish. It creates this massive digital black hole for the people we care about.
And that really gets us to the heart of the problem, right? The ways we try to handle this right now, well, they're just fundamentally broken. The little makeshift solutions we all kind of rely on, they just don't work when it actually matters.
You know what I'm talking about. We all do it. Maybe it's a password written on a sticky note that gets lost, or it's totally outdated. Or you text a password to someone. That is just a huge security risk. And yeah, a password manager is great for you, but sharing that one single master key, that creates a massive single point of failure for your entire digital world.
So, okay, if the old ways are no good, what's the alternative? Well, a new approach is starting to pop up, and it's designed to be an automated lifeline. It's a service called Digital Heritage. So what is it? Think of it as two really important things rolled into one. First, it's this super secure military-grade digital vault for your most critical information. And second, it's basically an intelligent dead man switch, a system that only activates and releases that info if you become unreachable for a certain amount of time.
So how does this automated guardian actually work? The whole key here is that it's designed to be incredibly simple on the front end for you, the user, while all the powerful, heavy lifting is happening in the background.
The whole process really just boils down to 4 easy steps. First, you store your information securely in the vault. Then, you decide exactly who gets access to what, right? Maybe your partner gets the financial info, but your business partner only gets the work stuff. Third, you set a super simple check-in schedule, daily, weekly, whatever works for you, just to confirm you're okay. And then, you just let the automation take over.
And hey, this isn't some instant panic button. If you miss a check-in, the system escalates really gracefully. It starts with just a gentle reminder, only to you. A week later, it'll ping a wellness verifier, that's someone you choose beforehand to just check in on you. It's only after a full 30 days of no contact that the emergency plan actually activates. It's designed with a huge safety buffer, which is really smart.
Of course, for a system like this to work, you have to trust it. And trust means security is absolutely everything. So let's talk about how your data is actually protected.
The whole thing is built on a foundation called zero-knowledge architecture. Now, in plain English, this just means all the encryption, the scrambling of your data into unreadable code, it all happens right there in your browser, on your computer. The company itself never sees your passwords or your documents. They only ever get the scrambled up encrypted version.
I mean, this quote from the developers really says it all. The system is built from the ground up so that even they can't access your information. There's no secret backdoor. It's mathematically impossible for them to decrypt it. That's about the strongest guarantee you can get. But then they take it another step further with this really fascinating piece of cryptography called Shamir's secret sharing. It's a cool name, but the concept is brilliant. Instead of having one master key, this method breaks your key into multiple little pieces or shares.
Here's the perfect way to think about it. Imagine your main key is split into 5 pieces. You give one piece to 5 different people you trust. Then, you can set a rule that says any 3 of those people have to come together to rebuild the key. One person alone? Can't do anything. 2 people? Nope. The pieces are useless on their own. This completely gets rid of that single point of failure.
So the technology is obviously impressive, but what about in the real world? Who is this actually for? Because the uses for this are probably broader than you think.
Well, the most obvious one, and maybe the most important, is for parents and families. It's all about giving your loved ones peace of mind and just removing a massive, massive headache during what would already be an incredibly tough time.
But think about this one. What if you're a solo traveler or an adventurer heading off grid for a bit? You can set a check-in for the day you expect to be back. If you don't make that check-in, your emergency contacts get an automatic notification. It's like a modern automated safety net. And for entrepreneurs and business owners, this is absolutely critical. I mean, if you're the only person who has the password to the company bank account or the key vendor logins,
What happens to your business if something happens to you? This protects not just your company, but your employees' livelihoods.
And for all the crypto holders out there, this is a total game changer. Using that Shamir's secret sharing we just talked about to protect a seed phrase, that is the gold standard. It completely solves that single piece of paper problem that keeps so many people in the space up at night.
All right, so if any of this sounds like it could fill a gap in your own planning, let's take a quick look at what it takes to get started.
The model is really straightforward. There's a free tier that lets you protect your 3 most important secrets with up to 2 contacts, which is a fantastic place to start. And then for more advanced features like unlimited secrets and SMS alerts, there's a pro tier.
At the end of the day, the message here is really about being prepared. Our digital lives are just as real and just as valuable as our physical ones now. And honestly, they deserve the same level of care and planning.
So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Right now, who holds the keys to your digital life? If you don't have a solid answer to that question, it might be time to find one that works for you and your family. It's definitely something worth thinking about.